Welcome to this part 3 of Target CAT 2021 series. So we're going to do some previous year CAT questions. We're going to do them in a special and unique way. Let's get started. So the first question is, the number 1 to 9 are arranged in a 3 by 3 square grid in such a way that each number occurs once and the entries along each column and each row and each of the two diagonals add up to the same value. If the top left and the top right entries of the grid are 6 and 2 respectively, then the bottom middle entry is. So basically this is the kind of a question that people who are familiar with Sudoku puzzle will do it easily. So let's just draw a grid first, 3 by 3. Alright, 3 rows and 3 columns. What they have said is the left and the top right entries are 6 and 2, right? So this is 6 and this is 2. Now they are saying that the sum of the sum of all elements in a row and the column should always be same. Okay. Now they have taken numbers from 1 to 9. So all numbers will be there. If you are taking numbers from 1 to 9, what is the addition? 1 plus 2 plus 3. This comes out to be 45. Alright, the addition of numbers from 1 to 9. Whenever you got to find out the sum of continuous numbers, the formula is n into n plus 1 by 2. Right? So over here it would be 9 into 10 by 2. 2 ones are 2 5s are, and this is 45. So the total of this complete set of numbers is 45. Now rows and columns should have equal equal values, right? Equal addition. So definitely 3 rows are there. 45 divided by 3 will be 15. So each row and each column should add up to 15, and similarly the diagonals also should add up to 15, right? Now just take a guess over here. 6 and 2 is there, so what will come in between? 6 and 2 is 8, so 7 should come in between. This gets you this addition of 15. Now just let's do some trial and error. ठीक है, ट्रायल एंड एरर करते हैं ये मिडल को लेके. सो अगर इफ लेट्स सपोज आई टेक ओवर, let's say if I take over here 1, alright, so 6 plus 1 is 7, right? And then you have to put a 8 over here. But then this 7 plus 1 is 8 and you have to put a 7 over here, which is already there. So this is not possible. 1 is not possible. Let's suppose if we put a, you cannot have a 2 over here. Let's suppose if we put a 3 over here. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Then you get a 6 over here, which is also not possible, right? Let's suppose if we put a 5 over here. 6 plus 5 is 11. And then over here you should have 4. This fits in pretty well, right? And since this is 2 plus 7, this is 2 plus 5, this is 7. So 8 comes down over here. This is 6 plus 8, which is 14, so 1 comes down over here. This is 8 plus 4, which is 12, so 3 comes down over here. This is 1 plus 5, 6, and hence 9 comes down over here. And all the boxes and all the rows and columns are filled, and everything adds up to 15 if you cross check. So what have they asked? Then the bottom middle entry is, the correct answer is 3. The correct answer over here is 3. Again, a very easy question, but it's often not solved with that approach by students. In a 10-kilometer race, EBC, each running at a uniform speed, get the gold, silver and bronze medals respectively. If A beats B by 1 kilometer and B beats C by 1 kilometer, then by how many meters does A beat C? So basically, यहाँ पे 1 kilometer has been given. We'll convert it to what you say, meters. All right, so this 10 kilometers will always be also be 10,000 meters, and this would be 1,000 meter. All right, so let's form the gist of this question that is there. So this is the race line, let's suppose. So A beats B by 1 kilometer. So if A has reached the final point, B is over here, and the distance between them is 1,000 meter. Agreed? And this is for a 10,000 meter race, right? Similarly, B beats C by 1 kilometer. So when B reaches the final point, C is still over here, and the distance between them is 1,000 meter. And this is also for a 10,000 meter race. Just you have to apply the unitary method for this thing, and this is just like comparison. So in a 10,000 meter race, right, B beats C by how much? 1,000 meter, right? So when this B is at this 9,000 meters, B would beat C by how much? By 900 meter. Just comparison, guys. Unitary method. Alright. So basically what this means is, this is where B is and this is 9,000 meters. So C should be 900 meters behind him, right? And the total of this is 1900 meters. So when A reached the final winning point, C was still 1900 meters behind him, and then your correct answer is 1900 meters. Look at this question. Bottle 1 contains mixture of milk and water in the ratio 7:2. So let's suppose this is 1 and this is bottle 2. Bottle 1, bottle 2. Alright. So milk is to water over here is 7:2, and your milk is to water over here is 9:4. Alright. So in what ratio of the volume should the liquids in the bottle 1 and bottle 2 be combined to obtain a mixture of milk and water in 3:1 ratio? Guys, this is a very important question. Please mark this as important. This has been often be repeated in a lot of MBA examinations. So we'll just simply figure out milk is to solution over here, which is relatively easy, right? So milk is to total solution कितना हो जाएगा 7:9, right? Because टोटल क्या है 7+2, राइट? और मिल्क क्या है 7. सिमिलरली यहाँ पे मिल्क इस टू सोल्यूशन क्या हो जाएगा 9:13. तो बेसिकली दे आर आस्किंग कि ये दोनों बॉटल का अगर मिक्सचर मिक्स करते हैं तो फाइनल जो मिल्क इस टू वाटर का रेशियो चाहिए वो कितना था? हाउ मच हैज दे टोल्ड यू? 3:1, राइट? सो अगेन आई विल कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू मिल्क इस टू सोल्यूशन. सो मिल्क इस टू सोल्यूशन कितना चाहिए आपको? 3:4. दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट आफ्टर मिक्सिंग. You have to do nothing, but you have to just apply the rules of alligation, right? So what are the rules of alligation? ये क्या हो गया आपका 7:9, right? And this is how much? 9:13. All right, and you want this as final, right? Which is 3:4, correct? Subtract कर दो, you will have 1/36 over here, and you will have 3/52 over here. All right, just compare this. 3/52 is to 1/36, right? And you'll get the final answer as 27:13. So option B is the correct choice. One of the most easiest question that I've seen in CAT. Out of the shirts produced in a factory, 15% defective, 20% rest are sold in the domestic market. If the remaining 8840 shirts are left for export, then the number of shirts produced in the factory is. Okay. So basically, if let's suppose the number of shirts produced, total shirts produced be Y. Alright. So अभी 15% defective है तो 85% are non-defective. Correct. And 20% of the rest are sold in domestic market, right? So 20% sale out हो गया. 20% मतलब 4/5. So whatever is left is this figure 8840, right? If you go on to solve this thing and see for yourself the solution, the answer below Y is equals to 13,000, and that is the correct answer. Again, a very easy question which requires common sense. If A, B, C are three positive integers such that A, B are in the ratio 3:4, ठीक है, दिस इज A and B, and B and C are in the ratio 2:1. जब भी ऐसा A, B और B, C आ जाए ना तो ये इसको कॉमन कर दो, राइट? तो यहाँ पे क्या है 3 है, यहाँ पे 4 है, यहाँ पे क्या है 2 है, और यहाँ पे 1 है, राइट? सो मल्टीप्लाई दिस बाई 2. सो व्हाट यू गेट 3:4 व्हाट यू से दिस इज ऑल्सो मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 2, राइट? हमने बस रेशोज़ इक्वल कर दी ये बीच में का कॉमन लेके, ठीक है? नाउ 3:4:2. सो इन्होंने क्या बोला है A + B + C की वैल्यू. सो इसको अगर ऐड करते हैं तो वी गेट समवेयर अराउंड 9, सही? वी गेट 9. सो द वैल्यू इज़ अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 9K, वॉट एवर दैट इज़. वी डू नॉट नो बिकॉज रेशियो है, राइट? बट आउट ऑफ ऑल दिस 4 numbers, only 207 is a number which is a multiple of 9, right? So that is your correct answer. No other number is possible. So that's all in this video. Please visit us at gkmojo.com. Thank you.